It's right. Show your face. Rotating. I'm feeling you. Hey everyone, welcome to the webinar. We're going to get started in a few minutes. I'm going to let some other people sign on and then we'll get started. But welcome Elise, Irene, I think I said that right, and Joy. I'm so excited for you guys to be here. Excited to get started. My name is Mary Alice and happy to see you in person. We got a lot of great stuff to cover. I'm super excited. I want to respect your time, but I do want to give people a couple more minutes. So while we're waiting, I would love for you guys to type in the chat box where you're from and what is your business. If you don't have a business right now, just say, you know, working on it, or I don't have a business currently, but I'd love to know what you guys are up to and where you're from. So if you could just type that in the chat box, that'd be awesome. It takes a little while. I think there's a little bit of a delay when you type in the chat box. So where you're from and what is your current business? Are you in fitness, nutrition, photography? You don't have to be in fitness. Don't be shy. The chat box is right on the bottom right. You could just type right in where that little bubble is. Hi, Elise. You have a request? I'm trying to see. Can you guys hear me? Can everybody hear me? Oh, you're my neighbor. I'm right in Princeton, New Jersey. Irene. Very cool. So you own a wellness and counseling center. Joy from Florida. I refurbish and paint furniture. Awesome. Hey, Joy. You must be very creative. So, oh, I think I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, just started in the health and beauty field. Awesome. It's great. Okay, good. I'm glad everybody can hear me. And okay. So we're going to get started. I want to try to be on time. We have a lot to cover and I want to leave enough time for Q&A. I just want to make sure that everyone is ready to go. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to actually switch over and show you my slides so you can follow along. And then at the end, we're going to come back on for Q&A. So guys, to stay on till the end because we're going to do Q&A and we're going to do hot seats. So if you guys are struggling in your online business or you're trying to break into the online space, it's really important to stay all the way to the end because that's a great opportunity to troubleshoot. And I'll give you action steps that you can actually take after the webinar and implement into your business. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my slides and we're going to get started. So welcome to part one of welcome to part one of my 4-part webinar series called Online Business Academy. And in part one, we're going to be talking about the who, what, and why of your business. And why this is so important is this is the foundation of our business. And many online entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs in general miss this point. And it's a very pivotal part of your business that you need to start at. This is the starting ground. This is the foundation. It's like building a house. We would never build a house without a strong foundation. So we want to make sure we talk about the who, what, why, and we have it very clear so that we can build a thriving business. So what business do you have being here? So some of you are in the health field, some of you are in furniture. I've spoken with people who are also in the psychotherapy field, in the, another person was in the field of wellness, but more, not chiropractic. I forget the name of it, but it's a very interesting field. So there's so many different types of businesses out there, and many of our businesses can be online. No matter what you're doing, you could actually be online. And I strongly encourage you to be online because you can reach more people that way, obviously. So my name is Mary Alice Goldsmith. I am the owner of Inside Out Wellness, and I'm thrilled to be here. I welcome you, and I'm just gonna ask you guys to try to stay as focused as you can. So if you have your cell phone on, maybe shut that off. Shut off your email alerts, your Facebook alerts. I'm going to be giving you a ton of information. I want you to be able to take as much of it as you possibly can and implement it right after the webinar. So the better focused we are, the better it will be for you. So my entrepreneurial journey started back in, well, it actually started when I was like 12 years old, and I created a neighborhood summer camp for all the kids, and I charged 25 cents a child, and I did arts and crafts and sports. It was actually quite creative on my part, but so I always had that entrepreneurial spirit. But it started after my youngest son. I'm married to my high school sweetheart. We have 3 amazing young children, and I was a stay-at-home mom for 13 years. And so when I put my youngest son on the bus, I thought, well, now what the heck am I gonna do? I have all this time, and what am I gonna do? So I always loved fitness. It was something that I loved to do. It was something that I loved to help people on. I loved to read about it. And everybody always said to me, why don't you become a personal trainer? And I'm like, I don't know. You know, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't know if that's gonna work. But when I put my son on the bus, I just said, you know what? I'm gonna do that. So my husband and I converted our basement into a gym. And I got certified in personal training. And I thought, you know, I'm gonna start this business nice and slow. I'll train my friends, my neighbors, keep it simple, and still be able to be the primary parent in the home. Well, in less than 18 months, I was doing over 36 one-on-one sessions a week and over 6 boot type style group fitness programs in my basement between boxing, TRX, and boot camp. And the goal of being the primary parent was quickly getting away with me. And so I was not meeting that goal anymore. And it was time to kind of do a quick reprioritization of my life, because it was taking me out of my family life over 50 hours a week between research, planning, and implementing. It was well over 50 hours a week. So I thought to myself, okay, I need to change something up. I mean, I was making good money, that's for sure, but it wasn't meeting my ultimate goal of being the stay-at-home mom that I wanted to be. So I decided I was gonna go online. I got certified in Metabolic Effect, 3 levels of nutrition, which is based on hormonal nutrition, and it's a very specific type of certification. And after I got certified, I decided I want to take this big picture. I want to go online and reach as many people as I possibly can. What I quickly found out is I was like this woman with my hands on my head going, what is this online space? Like, how do you navigate this? Like, I was just baffled. And I found that running an online business is no different than managing your personal life. There's ups and downs, there's ebbs and flows, but there's nothing you can't handle without a plan. And so I knew I needed to take a couple of steps back and create that plan. And what I ended up deciding to do is back in 2012, so from 2010 until 2012, I was kind of like in this frustration zone and just confused, blogging, trying to make it all make sense. But finally in 2012, I sat down with my husband and I said, you know what? I'm either gonna go all in on this and really get time back in my life, or I'm gonna go all out and just keep doing the training. And, you know, just, it is what it is type of thing. And we decided that we were gonna embrace this journey as me being this online entrepreneur, and we were gonna go all in. And so I hired my first business coach. And I will tell you, it was the best thing I could have done for myself and my business, because it really helped remove all that frustration and all those questions, because now I had her and a group of women who she was also coaching to kind of help me navigate those stumbling blocks. Really important. And my business took a drastic turn. In less than 2 years, I was able to scale way back on my personal training and start making a steady stream of income online, which is amazing. So my goals have been met, and it was scary. It was definitely scary hiring that coach because it was money that I didn't have in my business. I had to take it from my family to put it into my business. So it was definitely scary, but in the end, it was definitely worth it. So from a 1 through 10, I'd love to know from you guys, how frustrated are you with creating and building your online business? 10 being high. How frustrated do you guys feel with that? And if you're not frustrated at all, that's awesome. Give me a 1. I'd love to know in the end, like, what are some of the things that you're doing? But from a 1 through 10, 10 being high, how frustrated have you found yourself with your online business? I know for me, I found it like a 10. There was many a times where I was just like, maybe even a 12. I just felt so frustrated because I wasn't sure if what I was doing was reaching people. Like, do you ever feel like you're writing on a blog or writing a post and you're just hitting crickets? Okay, yeah, so 6, 8. Okay, so yeah, there is some frustration. Oh, awesome, Irene, I love that. Irene's a 4, awesome. Okay, so here's the thing. If you don't know where you're going, you will end up somewhere else. And I call this entrepreneurial ADD. If we don't have that plan and we aren't sure where we want to take our business, then we will end up somewhere else. This happened to me my first year online. I was so caught up in creating products. So I would create all these products and promote them and sell them and promote them and sell them. And I would get maybe 1 to 5 people to buy them, but it wasn't helping me focus, get laser focused in my business and be who I really wanted to be online. I was getting so distracted because I wasn't really sure if what I was doing was doing what I wanted to do with my business. So in having that plan, taking those couple steps back and working with the coach really helped me get laser focused. And it led me to where I am today, which is awesome. So there are 3 key foundational aspects to your business: the who, the what, and the why. And this is where you start creating those pillars of your business and you create that strong foundation. So the who of your business is, who are you? What brings you here? Why did you start the business that you started? What is the character attributes of yourself, and how do you coach? All of that is really important to get clear on, because that'll help you say yes to the client that you want to work with and no to the client that you don't, or yes to that speaking gig that you've been offered and no to the one that doesn't work for your business or who you are. So you want to always know who you are in the online space so that you can represent that 100%. What are your core values? I suggest that you write 3 to 5 core values. You know, something like one of my core values is always be the best version of myself in anything that I do. So, and that could look different every day, right? Our best is different every day. But when I sit down to do something within my business, I sit down with pride and I make it the best I could possibly make it. So that's one of my core values. So you want to name 3 to 5 so that every time you go to do something in your business, you're basing it off of your values. So you know it's going to be solid. Create a mission statement, 1 or 2 sentences about your business. And I suggest you hang these things like in your office where you can see them, so you can have constant reminders of your mission, of your values when it comes to your business. What are your character attributes? Are you compassionate? Are you a good listener? Are you a good strategist? Name anywhere from 5 to 10 of your attributes. This is really going to help you get very defined in how you coach people or how you serve people. And then, who do you serve? Really describe the person that you serve. Once you know your ideal client, writing, posting on social media, creating products will become so easy. You will find such a flow in that because you know exactly who you are and you know exactly who you're talking to. So it's a beautiful merge of the two, and you never ever get caught up in questioning the services you're providing or how you're providing them because you know exactly who you are, how you want to show up, and who you want to serve. So once you know this, you're able to hone in on your message and you find that online creative flow. Writer's block is no more. What you should be posting or how you should be talking, there becomes this ease. And it's a really wonderful feeling when you go to write a newsletter to your people or an email to your people and it just rolls off your tongue because you know exactly what they need and you know exactly how to say it. So yes or no, type in the chat box, yes or no. I have done these exercises and I know exactly who I serve and how I want to serve them. So who has done these exercises, yes or no? And if you've done some and not all, that's fine, but I want to know if you've attempted to do any of these exercises. I'm definitely going to encourage you after this webinar to sit down and get at it and start, defining all of these things for yourself. Okay, there's like a wicked delay. So the true beauty of music is that it connects people. It carries a message, and we, the musicians, are the messengers. And that's the same with our online businesses. Okay, Elise. Yes, I have such a delay with the responses. So Elise says no. Okay, that's fine, but I definitely encourage you after the webinar to sit down and go about answering some of these questions or all of them, because it's going to really help you get fine-tuned in your business. Okay, so I love this quote because we are no different than an artist or a musician. What we bring to the online space is so important because each and every one of us has a message and someone out there needs to hear it. So it's important that we hone in and really define these things so that we can show up the way we want to show up in the online space. And yes, on the mission statement, no on the others. Thanks, Joy. All right, great. I love that you have a mission statement. That's awesome. So we want to zone in on our message and really be that artist and present that to the people online so that the perfect ideal person will find us and get what they need in order to live an awesome life. The what? So what problem do you solve? So for Joy, if I have a furniture issue, I bring my table to you and you refurbish it, you're solving that issue. Now I don't have to throw it away, but I have a brand new table that's fresh and beautiful and I could be proud of. So that's the problem you solve. You want to make sure that you know exactly what problem you solve, because then you'll be able to better serve your people. So every time you sit down to write a blog or write an email or create a product, ask yourself that question: what problem do I solve? What service do you want to provide? So do you want to be face-to-face? Do you want a brick and mortar? Do you want to do DIYs where it's do-it-yourselves and you create video tutorials where people can learn different things? Do you want to be a one-on-one coach? You want to decide how you want to show up as a coach or an online presence so that you can serve your perfect client in the most ideal way. What is unique about your service? And I love this question. And I have so many of my current business coaching clients get so tripped up on this question when we first start exploring this. And I'm going to keep this super simple for you. The most unique thing about your service is you. You are the most unique thing about your service. There are endless products out there. I could Google, a workout. I could Google a health coach. I could Google a furniture search, and I can find millions of people that I can work with. But no one is like you. No one is like me. And although we are not for everyone and everyone is not for us, our ideal client will come to us because of what makes us so unique and amazing. They will find something that resonates with them, and they will not want to work with anyone else, even though there's millions of products just like it. They will not want to work with anyone else but you because of your unique, amazing, awesome qualities that you have within. So know that, believe that. And when you think about that, doesn't it make it more of an urgency to get your message out there, knowing that there's somebody out there that actually needs you, that I couldn't help or your friends can't help because they connect with you because of your unique, special character attributes. That's why it's so important to know your character attributes, because that's what makes you unique. That's what makes you special. That's your special something that somebody needs and is attracted to. So explore that and think about how your uniqueness is really what's so special about your services. What is the most important thing to your client, to your ideal client? You want to think about that. You know, for Joy, it's obvious. It's their furniture. They may have a piece that their grandmother gave them that it breaks their heart to have to throw away, but knowing that Joy can fix it, that's just the most important thing to them. You know, maybe for Elise, it's more about the health and beauty, maybe their skin. You know, I don't know exactly what you do, Elise, but you know, maybe you solve that problem where you help their skin feel fresher or get rid of dry skin, or, you know, whatever it is, you want to make sure you know what's most important to your client. The why, and this has to do with you. What brought you to the waters of being an entrepreneur, right? There's something within us. We all have that story that brought us to what we do. There's something that inspired us, because listen, being an entrepreneur is not so easy. I mean, it's a great life because you get to work from wherever, you set your hours, but there's a lot of pressure in that too. There's a lot of gray area in that as well. So what is the passion behind your work? Think about that, write that out in a paragraph, just in a stream of consciousness. Like what is your passion? What is your big why? Why do you want to do this? Why did you decide that, you know what, I'm not gonna sit behind a desk, I'm gonna create this online business, and this is why. Write that out. The reason being, and this quote says it all, is passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you, what fires you up. When you think about your business, what is the things in that business that get you so excited that when you sit down and you talk to somebody about it, you could talk about it all night long? What are those key things that really excite you and fire you up right in the belly of your gut that make you so proud and so excited to do what you do? You want to write those out and connect with them. A thriving business is built with passion. Definitely. We have to have that passion, because that's what's going to help us when we have those ebbs and flows, stay tenacious and resilient. It's going to give us that ability to have that discipline and that structure to stay committed, because passion is great, but you have to have all the other aspects of your business in check in order to make it a thriving business, right? Our passion is going to keep us in it, but we have to also make sure that we have systems and strategies and that commitment and organization and productivity. There's so many aspects to running an online business. So how passionate are you currently in your business right now? A, very passionate. B, somewhat passionate. C, frustration has stolen a lot of my passion, looking to get it back. So who would you define yourself as right now when it comes to your current business? A, B, or C? Type that in the chat box. I can't get over the delay. It's really long. All right, I'm gonna move on, and then I'll come back to it when you guys answer. So oh, Joy, thank you. A, very passionate. I love that. That's awesome. A, oh, that's so cool. I love that you guys are passionate about your current business. That's so important, because so many people lose their passion because of frustration. It can really weigh heavy on you. So I love that you guys are very passionate. That's awesome. All right, so creating a business plan, a one-page business plan is really an excellent way to fine-tune everything that we're talking about, the who, the what, how are you making money? You want to make sure that you have that all defined, and a one-page business plan. In fact, I would even encourage you every time that you create a new product to create a business plan around that product. So it's very well defined for you. Are you ready to get laser focused in your business? All right, let's get down to business. So this is really important to start taking some notes. So your business overview. You want to write down 1 to 2 sentences about your business mission. So what is your business mission? This would be your part of that business, the mission statement. Why are you in the business that you're in? What kind of lifestyle do you want to create? This is something that so many people forget about when they're branding themselves and planning out their business. You want to really think about the lifestyle that your business is going to help to give to you. Because when you think about that, now you're even adding more fuel to that passion. Because if I can create a lifestyle, you know, when I think about the ultimate dream lifestyle that I want to create with my business, that means my husband's not working as hard. That means dream vacations for my family. That means less stress around money or, you know, working endless hours. That ultimate dream has so many positives around it. And so when we focus on that and we define that, it really adds that fire to keep us going. So create, even a vision board is really great for this, where you define what your life will look like because of your online business. Be as detailed as possible with that. And how do you want to run your business? Are you looking to create an online business that's going to give you time back into your life like I did? Or are you looking to create an online business so that you can connect with more people? You want to look at how you want to run it. Because for me, it was about getting more time into my life, but making more money, which is not the easiest thing to do. You know, I was making really good money with my training sessions. I mean, 36 sessions at $50 an hour, I was making a decent income. And then my group sessions with 20 people, and I had 20 people in each class. I was killing it. So I didn't want to lose that money, but I also didn't want to sacrifice my time with my family. So I had to define how was I going to switch this all up without taking a financial hit. But the online space can actually do that for you. You can get more time back in your life and make more money, which is amazing. So you want to define how you want to run your business. So you also want to write 1 to 2 sentences describing how you will make that money. What are your, let me go back to that. So describing how you will make the money, that also has to do with how you're going to provide your service, but you want to think about your products. What are the products that you're going to serve? How are you going to generate that income? And when you're new to the online space, it's going to take a little while. So you want to have a small-term goals and long-term goals. So go big picture and small picture. So it'll help you see the steps that you need to take. Write down your top 2 to 5 goals. Super important. I would write goals for your personal life and your business as well. What strategies will you use to achieve these goals? So going back to that small picture and big picture, when you think small picture, you could start strategizing right now on the steps that you need to take to build your business in the next 90 days. And then thinking big picture, this time next year, what steps will you need to make to get to where you want to be this time next year? How will your business look? So you want to make those small goals, strategize 90 days, 6 months, and 12 months. And then that'll give you that big picture, and you'll be well-defined on the steps that you need to take in your business. So when you look at it this way, you start flushing out things, and all the gray area or the confusion or which way to go first kind of goes away, because now you're getting laser focused and you're seeing this potential of your business. As you mark those goals and you set those goals and you look at 90 days, 6 months, 12 months, now you could really see how this is all going to actually happen and what strategies you're going to need to take in order to make that happen. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. So we may be able to have a conversation and you could say, I know exactly what I want to do, but do you understand how to do it, how to get yourself there, right? There's such a huge difference. I knew I didn't want to work all those hours anymore and I wanted to go online. But when I made the attempt to go online, I really didn't understand what it all meant. So we really need to be very laser focused, very clear on how we're going to do what we're going to do in the online space. So let's talk about your ideal client. Are you guys with me? Is this making sense to you? Just chat, type yes or no in the chat box. Let me know that this is making sense and that you've thought about these things and that you're digging this. Give me a yes or no in the chat box. So the market analysis part of your business is really important as well, because now we're going to fine tune who is this ideal client, who is that person that we are going to love to work with, and who is going to absolutely love us, can't imagine life without us, because that's what we want. We want those quality relationships. So you want to write out the pain or the struggle or the issue you solve. So when you think about your ideal client, what is their struggle? What brings them to you? What is your solution to each problem? Write this out in detail. When you know that, in the weight loss industry, as a nutrition and fitness coach, oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Awesome. All right. So as a nutrition and fitness coach, I know that people are going to come to me because they're struggling with their food and they're struggling with exercise. So I know that's their struggle. My solution is I have programs that will help them to burn body fat and work out in a more successful way, in a more, what's the word I'm trying to look for? I lost my train of thought for a second. Instead of working out obnoxiously long for 2 hours, I have them work out in a way that's going to be more beneficial to their health. So I know that that's one of the problems for the people that come to me. I know people come to me because they're struggling online and they're frustrated and they need a business plan. So I know that that's some of the biggest struggles of my clients, because I'm a nutrition and fitness coach and I'm an online business coach. So when I write out my ideal client, I know exactly how I'm going to solve their problems and I know exactly what their issues are. So you want to write a brief synopsis of your ideal client, include their demographics. Are they married? Are they single? Do they have children? Are they executives? Are they entrepreneurs? What do they do in their lifestyle? What is their everyday life looking like? What's their stress level? What kind of hobbies do they have? Put everything on paper. Really important, because again, this is going to fine tune how well you know your clients. And I'll tell you, if you have the perfect client right now, if you have that client where you're like, oh my gosh, I loved working with Sally. She was amazing. I want you to write out everything about Sally you loved. Write everything out. Really important, because if that's your ideal client, that's who you want to speak to and that's who you want to attract. You deserve to attract your ideal client as well. The other aspect of market analysis is the networking aspect. Recording who your top competitors are, or instead of competitors, I actually like the word peers. Who are your peers in your industry? Because you need to start reaching out to them and making those connections. Because if you guys are talking to similar clients, find out what they're doing. Share what you're doing. Share ideas, collaborate on things. This will help you grow your audience, grow your list, and grow really awesome, strong, loyal, long-lasting followers. That's what you want. I've collaborated with so many people, and it's such an energy search for me, because as an online entrepreneur, we spend a lot of time with our laptops. So getting out there and meeting new people and connecting with them has been awesome. It's been an amazing experience. And I strongly encourage you each week to reach out to 2 to 5 people, depending on your schedule, that are in your niche, and just get to know each other. Find out what they're doing. You never know, you could even create a mastermind. I have a network of women that I've reached out to over the years that we're so close that this year we actually formed a very serious mastermind that has been absolutely amazing. So you just never know. So you want to make sure you're making those connections. When you discover your ideal client, you will create a business you love. There's just no way not to. When you create those quality relationships, it's just such a surge of energy. It's so exciting to see you affecting people's lives in a positive way. And I don't know about you, but when I coach people, I'm on a coaching call, I hang up and I'm like, oh, that was so awesome. I get so energized from those calls. So when I have that ideal client, it's just a win-win for both of us. Eventually, everything connects: people, ideas, objects. The quality of the connections is the key to quality, per se. And I love this quote because, you know, lately I've been seeing so many people online talking about how they want more traffic, and I need more traffic. And even the girls that I coach over 80 women in a business coaching group right now with Jill Coleman of Jill Fit Physiques. And it's such a, I can't stand the word traffic because it's disconnecting us from the quality relationships we should be making. The most important thing is quality relationships. I'm just gonna warn you, my dog may start barking because the PSE&G electrician guy's outside my window, just FYI. Okay, so products and services. We really wanna describe what we sell and how we serve them. So define your product, leave nothing out, get as detailed as possible. What is the cost to produce your product? So if you're an online entrepreneur and you do more of a service, like a coaching service, your costs may have more to do with logos or Facebook ads, running webinars. That might be your cost. You wanna put that in. Retail price, how much you're gonna charge for that product or service. This is another good reason why networking with other coaches or other people in your niche is really great, because you could find out what they're charging, and it kind of helps put things in perspective. What they're charging, why they're charging that much. Then you want to forecast the amount you want to sell or the amount of clients you want to accrue through this product. Create a plan of action to market and launch your business. We're going to be talking about this in next week's webinar. But a plan of action is kind of what we were talking about before when we were talking about strategies. You know, when you look at your 90-day plan, if that has something to do with a product, then you want to look at how you're going to strategically start marketing that product. How are you going to get it in front of the people that you need to get it in front of? And there's so many different ways to do that through social media, email marketing, webinars like this. Really important to create the best plan that's going to work for you and your ideal client. Where is your ideal client hanging out? You have to learn these things. You always, 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 when you're producing your product, you always want to make sure that you're coming from a place of service. The outcomes for your client has to be the number one thing. Money is great. We all want to make money. I get that. But the most important thing is the outcome of your client. How are they going to benefit from working with you? How are they going to have a better life once they work with you? That question is pivotal when you're producing a product that you want to be proud of, that's going to serve people, that's going to change their life. So always come from that place of service, because that's going to produce the quality relationships you're looking for. He profits most who serves best. And it's so true. When we come from that place of service, we profit, and so do our clients. And if that's not your number one goal, I would say you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. I really think that in today's day and age, we need to start getting back to those connections with people and serving them and giving them real quality service so that they can get the most benefits, because in the end, we all benefit that way. We feel good about ourselves, they feel better about their life, and it's a win-win. Truly believe that. What is the one thing that you have learned today that will make the biggest difference in your business? Go ahead and jot that in the chat box. What's the one thing that we've discussed that you're going to take away and implement that may have the biggest impact on your business starting tomorrow? I'm going to give you guys time to write that, because there's definitely a major delay in this. So I hope you guys are loving all this information. I can't wait to get to the Q&A to kind of go over all of this stuff and hear what's going on in your businesses, what brought you here today. What's the one thing that would make the most difference in your business? I think as soon as I hit the slide, I start getting everything. Okay, I'm gonna move on, and then as you guys answer, I'll come back, or as I get it, because I haven't gotten it yet. If you have a dream to build an online business, don't let anything get in your way. Okay, Jill's writing down my goals and remembering when I started this, to quit my full-time job. Yes, yeah, I love that. Yeah, put that somewhere right in front of you so that you can see that and remind yourself. That's awesome. So if you do have a dream, knowing my ideal client, yeah, I think, Elise, if you really fine tune that, you're going to see a huge difference in your business. I know for me, when I identified my ideal client, I started writing completely different. And not only that, every time I sent an email, I started getting like 5, 6, 10 people like responding to my emails. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. You know, because for so long you're like, is anybody out there? Does anybody hear me? And as soon as I started really talking to my ideal client, everything changed. Everything changed for my business. It was really amazing to watch. And I look back on my old blogs and I'm like, oh, they're so boring, but they were me at the time. I thought I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. And when I started writing from that different place, from talking to my Sally, as I call her, everything changed. So you really want to get laser focused on that. And as you focus on building this online business, don't let anybody get in your way. Make that dream a reality. You deserve it, and there's people out there who need you. They need your services. They need your special something something. I promise you that. Whatever unique character attributes you have, there's somebody out there that needs to hear it from you. You know those people that say something and you're like, oh my gosh, you're so right, but you've heard it a million times. But something in the way that they said it, it finally clicked. There are people out there waiting for you for that same reason, waiting for it to click. And with your special something something, it's going to. How would your business be different a year from now if you knew exactly what you needed to do and when? When you think about that, when you think a year from now, what are your goals? And if you knew exactly the strategies that you should be taking in order to get there, how would it look? What would your ideal business look like? Think about that. And I would even write that out. If you could accelerate your success by 2 to 3 years, would you? Of course you would, right? That's a silly question. So Elise just said, also realizing everyone isn't an ideal client, and that's okay, 100%. Elise, I'm going to share a real quick story about that. On my email list, when I first started my email list, I was like growing at a snail's pace. And every time I would send an email and somebody unsubscribed, it was like a knife going right into my heart. I was like, oh my gosh, why did they unsubscribe? What did I say? What did I do? And then I started realizing I love when somebody unsubscribes. Now I love it. Of course, my email list has tripled, but I love when somebody unsubscribes, because that means they know they're not for me. And if they're not for me, bye-bye. Like, you have to go and go find that person who is for you. And it's such a mindset adjustment, but when you make that adjustment, it's so powerful, right? Amen, Joyce. You know, and I am so, like, now when somebody unsubscribes, I'm like, all right, cleaning out the junk. And not that they're junk. I don't ever think people are junk, but they're just not for me. And so I don't want to clog their email box either. Move on, find your person, find your person. So of course we all want to accelerate our businesses by 2 to 3 years. When you think about your ideal business, if you can get there quicker, of course we would want to do it. And if that's the case for both of you and anybody who's listening, then you need to believe in yourself and your business. Make the investment to ensure long-term success. Is it scary? Yes. I was petrified when I submitted the money for my first coach. I was like, I do not have all of this money for this coach. Like, this is so scary. But I did it because I believed in myself. And I believed that my unique something, that there were people out there that needed it. There were people out there that absolutely needed me. And so I took the risk, and it's a risk. You know, Joy, I'm sure you can relate to this too. You know, quitting your full-time job to follow your dream, it's a risk, and it's scary and exhilarating all at the same time. But if you believe in yourself and you believe in your business, you have to do it. There comes a time in your business when you hit that crossroads. And I know for me, you know, I was trying to build this online business. I was still doing all my in-person stuff. So now I, you know, doubled basically what I was working in a week. It was insanity. I was in my office from 6 a.m. in the morning. Well, after training, I was in my office. When I wasn't training, I was in my office. I mean, it would be like 1 o'clock in the morning and I was still working. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. And so you hit that crossroads where you're like, you know, I have to make that decision, go all in or go all out. And although it's scary and it can go either way, you know, it really depends on how bad you want it. You know, how bad do you want to run this online successful business? And if you want it bad enough, you jump in. You jump in and you have faith. So how bad do you guys want it? How bad do you want to run an amazing, thriving online business? If I had a guess, I'm sure you do. You guys are passionate about what you do. You're here on this webinar to learn. You're definitely on a mission, and I love that. Hiring a business coach has the potential, and I highlighted potential like that because I've worked with many business coaches over the years. Some are great, some not so much. And it's been very disappointing for the business coaches who presented me with all this great stuff but didn't show up the way that they needed to show up. They didn't have their who very well defined, unfortunately. And so you want to make sure that the person you hire is for you. Because again, we're not for everyone and everyone's not for us. But hiring a business coach has the potential to accelerate your business. I know my business would not be where it is today if I didn't work with some of the coaches that I worked with. And just like I said, every client's not for us and we're not for every client. The same is true for business coaches. And you really want to be definite about who you hire because it's an investment. So here are some rules that I live by when I hire my coaches. Now, I'll always have a business coach. I don't think I'll ever run my business without one. But here are some of the rules I stick to. I know for me, I have to believe in them and their mission statement and their core values and how they go about their business. So I tend to stalk people a lot. So like my copywriter who helps me with a lot of my copywriting, I stalked her for months before I hired her to see, you know, what are her values and how is she showing up in the online space. So you have to believe in your coach. Never hire a coach without speaking to them one-on-one. I had a terrible experience back in August where I hired a business coach to help me with marketing and launching this product that I'm working on. And she offered this like webinar and ended up not showing up for it. And I thought, you want $6,000 of my money, but you can't even show up to a webinar? And I'm so grateful that happened because I didn't exchange the money. But I just think how many people actually did lose $6,000 and didn't get served the way they deserved to be served. And if I would have gotten on a one-on-one call with her, maybe my gut would have been on fire and I would have never, you know, opted to work with her. So always make sure that your business coach is willing to get on a call with you and not charge you for it. It doesn't need to be a 2-hour call. It could be 20, 30 minutes where you get an opportunity to interview them and they get the opportunity to interview you. Invest in a coach that will guarantee you will level up. So if you invest in a coach and she or he says in 6 months, you know, we'll work 6 months together. Well, that sounds great, but what's happening in 6 months? I want to know every month what we're doing and how at the end of that 6 months, where am I going to be? That's really important. You want to look for high access and availability. A lot of these coaching programs today online are, you know, you spend $2,000 for 4 months and it's all these video trainings and a Q&A call with the group. And that might be great for certain things, like maybe if you're learning about Facebook, that might be great. But if you're talking about your overall business, you want somebody who's going to get on the phone with you and walk you through things. You want somebody who's going to be accessible to you and available to you and make sure they're holding you accountable. It's important that you have that, especially if you're investing in a business coach. So I love this quote because it's Abraham Lincoln. It says, I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me and I didn't have the heart to let him down. And I will tell you, my one coach that I worked with that I loved, when she said to me, this needs to be in by the 30th, there was no way in hell I was not having that particular strategy completed by the 30th. I would never disappoint her like that. Right? I put the money in, I invested, she was holding me accountable, and I got stuff done. Really important. And I don't know if I was, responsible for handing it in via an email to watch another video, if it would have had the same impact on my business and my life. So having that one person who's been there, they've done the frustrating work, they've gone through all the ebbs and flow of the online space, they know firsthand what you're going through, that's priceless. This is exactly why I've created the Go-Getters Online Mentorship. I created this program because I have seen so many wonderful coaches out there who are helping people level up, but they're missing certain things. Even the coach I hired, she was great, she helped me, but there were certain things that I needed a little bit more of. And so I have been researching and studying, and even in my own business coaching, seeing what is helping people and what is not helping people. And I've created this program that I'm super, super proud of. It is jam-packed with a ton of accountability, availability, support, education, you name it, it's here. And if something's missing and you name it, I will put it in. So my why did I create this program? I created this program because, like I said, I've worked with a couple of different coaches, and some of the coaching experiences have been slightly disappointing. It's been that whole, here's my next video, come and watch it, and good luck. And then I've had other coaches who have been more hands-on, but kind of like, well, it's okay, go at your own pace, do what you need to do. But when we invest that kind of money, we want that success. I know for me, I want that success, So I created this because I really want to help women get laser focused, level up in their business, and create that thriving business without any shadow of a doubt. Know exactly what they need to do so that they can be the best version of themselves in the online space, attract their ideal client, and create that business they love. They're proud of, that they're helping people in their life, in their niche, be the best version of themselves. That's why I created this program. This program is high accessibility. There's accessible coaching, ongoing. There's a ton of accountability, which may not work for everyone. Some people like that loosey-goosey, go at your own pace, you're right where you're supposed to be. But this isn't like that. This is, okay, this is what I need you to get done in 2 weeks. When we get on the call, I want all of these things on the worksheet, all these action steps completed and done. This is a high service. I'm going to service my people 110%. You have everything you will need to have great success in your business. When we outline your goals, we are going to do everything possible to make those goals a reality. A ton of education. I am a social media expert. I've been studying social media for over 2.5 years. I have worked with Amy Porterfield, Melanie Duncan, Sandy Krakowski. I have learned from some of the best people all about social media. And I literally took my Facebook page from 200 people to over 13,000 in less than a year. So I am going to educate you on all aspects of your business, your business plan, the foundation of your business, email marketing, how to attract your ideal client and let them love you and you love them back, your sales funnels, how to use social media to funnel people in to your email. That's super important. So there's nothing that will be left undone. You'll have a ton of support and one-on-one support, not support through videos, but you and I on a call, going through things, troubleshooting, doing workarounds for your business, not the whole group. You will have an entrepreneurial sisterhood. There's an entire group there to support you, encourage you, hold you accountable. You'll have an accountability partner where you and she will get together once a month on the phone and help each other out. If you guys choose to do it more, go for it. But I love that thought of having that one person that you can connect with and hold yourself accountable to in addition to me. And you will have great success. I guarantee that at the end of the program, you will have leveled up in your business big time. The success that you're aiming for, you will achieve it. Step by step, together we will get you there. So this is an inside picture of the portal. And you'll see in every month, there's a drop down. And each month we're going to have a monthly syllabus, which will include worksheets full of action steps. And you'll download the worksheets, and each worksheet will tell you exactly what you need to do in order to achieve that goal for the month. And they're very clear, succinct action steps that you need to take. We'll have a monthly Q&A call as a group. We'll have one-on-one calls. You'll have challenges. So a challenge would be something like create a 1-minute video describing your business. And then all of us will come together and we'll critique your video and tell you what needs to change or what you need to add. And then you'll go ahead and post that either on your blog or social media, just to kind of level yourself up and bust through those fears of doing videos. That's just one challenge. We'll have other challenges like meet 5 new people in your niche this week and come back and report to us what you learned about them, how they're serving their products, how much they cost, things like that. I love the challenges. I'll also have open office hours. So if you're working on something and you run into an issue, instead of posting it on the Facebook group, you could just call me in my office and we could just troubleshoot it together. I'll have suggested books to help you in different things like launching your product or copy. What kind of copy should you be including in your ads or your blog or your sales funnels? And then there's extras. I love this. I love this because listen, I'm an expert in many things and I bring a lot of unique something to my business and my people that I serve, but I'm not an expert in everything and I am perfectly fine with saying that. So I'm gonna bring you the experts that are gonna help you with different things. I'm gonna bring you an expert copywriter who's going to help us troubleshoot how our about pages on our website should look but don't look. The key things that we don't have on our Facebook about page, or the key things in our blogs that we're missing when it comes to copywriting. So if you're not sure, copywriting is the text that you use in any of your posts or blogs and things like that. So I'm gonna bring her on. Then I'm gonna bring in a specialist on how to get speaking gigs and how to write the perfect speech. Learn from people who are doing this, learn from the experts. That's what's important. So the extras are gonna include experts out in the industry who are doing amazing work and are gonna help you level up. The Go-Getters Online starts January 15th, 2016. It's a 7-month program. It includes 2 levels, and the 2 levels vary on the amount of coaching calls you get and also a VIP day. We'll have a weekend retreat where it's all about business and mindset and networking, getting to know each other. Super excited about that. We'll also have a mastermind weekend that'll include a professional photo shoot so you can get photos for your website and your Facebook page. I suggest doing photos at least once a year. It also helps if you're launching a specific product to have photos that are about that product. And then there'll be a VIP day where you and I will meet and we'll work together from 9 to 5, troubleshooting maybe your website or products or anything that you want to achieve and fix or make better in your business. We'll work all day on that. And then we'll go out to dinner that night and have fun, have some wine and chat about life and chat about business. But this is a great day to really focus simply on you and your business and how to make it the best business possible. And then there'll be lots of one-on-one. This is absolutely a hand-holding coaching program. No shame. I have no shame in saying that because it absolutely is. So I want to talk to you about the bonuses and then we're going to get right into the Q&A and the hot seats. So one of the bonuses for being on the call, on the webinar, is this is an application process, and I'm only accepting 10 women in each level. I really want to be very accessible, and any more than that would probably be overwhelming. So I want to keep it small and a very intimate group of people. So I'm only looking for 10 women in each level. And from this week till the week of November 16th, I am taking applications privately, and then I'm going to go public. But if I get my 10 and 10 privately, I won't go public. So you get first dibs on the application. I'm going to post that link in the chat box. So you can, and applying doesn't mean that you're applying for the program. It just means that you're applying for me to review your application, and then you also get a free call. So if you apply, you'll get a free call, and you and I will get on that call, and you can interview me and I can interview you, and we could see, are we that fit? Am I going to be able to take your business where you want it to go? Because I want to make sure that I can do that. I don't want to say, oh yes, I can take you where you want to go if I can't. And I will be very honest with you. If you're looking to be, for me, my number one thing is I want someone who's super serious and is ready to get laser focused. You have to be really serious about this. So if I find someone who's like, well, it's just a hobby I do, and I think I'm going to keep doing it on the side, but I still love to work with you, that's not going to work for me. And it won't work for the group, because we're going to have a bunch of entrepreneurial sisters who are really serious about their business. And they're not going to have any time for somebody who's lollygagging around. So that's what the application process is. You apply, then you sign up for your free call. We get on a call, we talk about your business, talk about life. And then from there, I decide who's in the program. In addition, if you do get accepted into the program and you accept, you'll get the photo shoot for free, and that's a $250 value. So that's really, really cool. So I'm going to go ahead. Well, I'm going to ask you this: if not now, when? If you're really serious and passionate about your business, are you at that crossroads where you're ready to go all in and accelerate your business by 2 to 3 years or even more? So we're going to get into any questions you might have. So right in the chat box, just type in any question you may have. And then we're going to go into a hot seat, and we're going to talk about your number one struggle in your business. Go ahead and type your question. I'm going to go ahead and add the link. That is the link for the application. This is the link to schedule your phone call. Go ahead and type your questions. Any questions, or do you guys want to just get right to the hot seats? Hopefully you guys can still hear me. All right, who wants to go right into the hot seats? Does anybody have something they want to share? Oh, here we go. I'm painting. It's better to have one main social media. Okay, so Joy says, I'm painting. I'm not sure what that is. I'm painting, right? Is it better to have one main social media place to market, or do I use all of them? Is there just one? Which one is best now? Okay, Joy, that's a great question. That is a really great question. I have a question back to you. How long have you been in the online space with your painting business? And do you have a website? You know what? It would be quicker. Joy, are you comfortable coming on camera and talking back and forth with me? Because it would actually be quicker. This delay is for the birds. Let me know if you guys are comfortable being on camera. It's just 3 of us. It's not a huge group of women. Because like my last night webinar, I did hot seats where we were both on camera and we were able to actually have a conversation back and forth. Just about a year, and I have a free blog. Which one is best now? Okay, so your blog is your website. That's where you tell your stories that will attract people. That's different than your social media. So you definitely want a blog. That's really important. Next week, we're actually going to be talking about this a lot. The 3 main platforms that you want. Okay, good. So let's see if I can get you to. Wait, I'm just trying to figure this out. Give me 1 sec. I've just started using this platform. Let's say. I don't know why it's not working. Give me 1 sec. Have that. Let me see. This might be why. Okay. All right, let me just see if I can. Sorry about this. Let me just invite the speaker. I don't know why this is not working. It's making me crazy. Oh, I hope I didn't lose. I think I lost her. All right, let's see. Elise, are you still on? Oh, I think I may have knocked Joy off. I feel bad. I don't know what is happening. What's your opinion as far as independent consulting? I've just signed up with a makeup skincare line to be an independent consultant. However, I'd really like to grow this into more than just selling the products. Okay. All right. All right. I want to answer both of your questions. And Joy, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I can't get you on when I invite you as speaker. Maybe that's why. It's not working. Why is this not working? It's making me crazy right now. Because when I invite you as speaker, you should pop up. Okay, I'm gonna, Elise, hold tight 1 sec. I'm gonna answer Joy's question first. So Joy, unfortunately, I can't get you on the video. I don't know why it's not working. It's so aggravating. But we're gonna get through it. No big deal. So to answer your question, I would like you to continue blogging at least once a week. You want to blog to your people. That's really important. And you want to create stories around your blog. So create stories about different things about furniture, and think about that question. What problem are you solving? What brought you to do what you're doing? And write stories in your blog about that. Okay. Now, as far as social media is concerned, right now, Facebook has the largest platform. So there's over, oh gosh, I forget the number. It's like 1.5 billion people on Facebook, and 968 million are signing on every single day, and on an average of 5 times a day, which is unbelievable. So when you think about that, the amount of people you can reach on Facebook is absolutely crazy. How you reach them, that's become a problem over the last year and a half. When I first started my business, organic reach was about 47%, which means Facebook was willing 47% of the time to push out whatever you wrote on your business page to everybody on Facebook, which was amazing, because that meant that, or anybody that liked my page, that meant that anytime I wrote something on my Facebook page, the people who liked my page were seeing it, which is great. Today, not so much. Maybe 1% of organic reach on your business Facebook page, which is terrible. And that means that if you type something like a picture of you painting furniture, which would be a great post, by the way, if you posted that and Facebook didn't find it relevant, only the people that come purposely to your page, which doesn't happen a lot, would see that post. So the organic reach is down significantly. And that's why Facebook ads are super important. So if you're running a particular promotion, if you're running a particular product, you want to promote it through Facebook ads and not boost posts. Although for you, boost posts may work because I would imagine you're more brick and mortar, like, can I come to your shop type of thing? Boost posts would work for you actually, but that's for another conversation. I have been doing this very strongly for about a year, and I have a Facebook page and blog. Awesome. So I love that. So the most important thing, did you get my, I have a opt-in right now, the 7 mistakes you're making with your online business. If you didn't get that, I will email you that link to get it, but that's something good for both of you to review. One of the things on there is your about page. Your about page is super important. The cover photo on your business page is number 1, super important. Your profile picture, also super important. And then your about page, because your about page is the first opportunity I'm going to get. So I come to your page, I see your cover photo, and I'm like, oh, she does furniture restoration. How cool. And I love her picture. She's so creative. Let me check her out. So now I'm going to go to your about page. And you want to make sure that your about page is as detailed as possible. Tell me a story about why you do what you do. Let me know who you are. Do you have a dog? Do you have children? Do you have a husband? Let me know as much information about Joy as possible, because I need to resonate with you in order for you to touch my grandmother's table. Do you get my point? If I'm going to let you fix my grandmother's table, I have to trust you. So I want to know about you. I want to resonate with you. Super important. So I would say for you, focus a lot of your energy on Facebook, but Twitter and Instagram and Pinterest is going to be another area that you're going to want to start learning. But learning all of them at once is going to be way too much. Remember that quote in the beginning, if you don't know where you're going, you're going to end up somewhere else. Focus on perfecting one of them at a time. So right now for you, I would focus on Facebook, and this is what I want you to do. We're also going to be talking about this on one of the webinars that I'm going to be hosting. I'm going to give you my social media blueprint for success. And what I want you to do is, if people are signing on, if those 968 million people are signing on to Facebook 5 times a day, I want you to start posting at least 3 to 5 times a day, because then you have more potential to getting in front of those people who are on Facebook, who are following you, okay? And then I want you to start looking into a like ad. You want to start producing like ads to get people to get, remember, I don't know how old you are, but newspapers. Newspapers are, oh, sure, Lise, I'll give it to you as well. I'll email it to you. Newspapers, we used to go and look for advertisements so we can find furniture restoration. A like ad will be very beneficial towards your business, because now Facebook is going to push your Facebook page out onto the news feed, and you're going to say, hey, come and check me out. I'm an awesome person. I have a unique something, and I'm going to make your furniture look amazing. So now I'm going to be like, oh, that's so cool. I'm going to go check her out. I'm going to like her page. You want to generate those likes to get people on your page. Really important. Okay. So for you, I suggest keep blogging and focus on Facebook. And then eventually you're going to have to get into the other ones, probably Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram, and then Twitter. Okay? Let me know if I answered your question. If not, we'll come back to you. So Elise asked, what's your opinion as far as an independent consulting? I have just signed on with a makeup skincare line to be an independent consultant. However, I'd really like to grow this into more than just selling the products. So when you say you want to grow it into more than just selling the products, what are you thinking that more is going to be? Can you define that a little bit more for me? More and more. Yeah, there is a wicked delay. It's so crazy. Awesome. I'm glad that resonates for you. So I'll send you the 7 mistakes you're making in your business, and from there, go right to the section about Facebook and make sure your about page is spot on. Okay. And you know, Joy, do me a favor. Can you, when you get the email from me, can you email me back your Facebook page so I can go check it out and let you know what might be missing? I'd love to do that for you. Okay, Elise, what's the more, when you say you want to grow it into something more? Okay, give me a sec to type it out. Oh, I'm sorry. I wonder if, Elise, do you have anywhere on your computer a video camera? I wonder if that's what the disconnect was with me and Joy, that Joy had to connect her video camera. Like if you scroll by the Google, is there a video camera with an X through it or like a slash through it? Oh, you're welcome, Joy, no problem. Happy to do it. I think if you guys all press your video camera, then we could see each other. And it should be up at the top. If you turn your camera on, I think then we'll be able to see each other. I think that might be the missing piece. I'm actually on my phone. Oh, okay, no problem, Elise. I don't know why it says invite as a speaker, but then it doesn't let you speak. I have to figure that out. It's the first time I've been using this platform this week, so it's a little bit different for me. Learning. But don't see how to do the camera, but that's okay. Yeah, if you don't see how to do the camera on your phone, I'm on my cell. Oh, everybody's on their cell phone. Maybe that's why. That's the disconnect. I think if you're on your computer, you're able to click the camera, and then we'd be able to see each other. It's no big deal. We could just do it this way. I'm just waiting on Elise to type me her thing. Okay, I want to move into actually doing makeup for weddings, proms, etc. Also, not sure exactly, but I'm not, okay. All right, Elisa, I think that is a great niche, actually. And I think that you can, the fact that you're selling the product line that you believe in, and now you want to take it and create this business of doing makeup for people in their weddings and their proms, awesome. I think it's definitely a possibility. I just want to make sure how I'd really like to grow. I mean, I think if you believe, as far as being an independent consultant, I think if you believe wholeheartedly in the product that you're selling, then it's great. That's first and foremost. If you're questionable about the product line, then then you may want to second guess that. But if you believe in the product line and you're willing to promote it, that's awesome, because you can do weddings, proms, sweet 16s, bat mitzvahs. I mean, it's endless what you can do. You can actually sell the products that you're using. So when they say, oh, I love this skincare, you could say, oh, you can buy it for $55 type of thing. So it's just to empower women to be all they can be, both inside and out, but almost like image consulting, I guess. Yeah, I mean, if you have the ability to make a woman feel absolutely magnificent on her wedding day, that's a gift. That's wonderful. And so you should definitely be using it. But I think it goes back to that question, how much do you believe in the products that you're selling? So there's nothing wrong with being an independent consultant. And who knows, maybe eventually you'll create your own product line, right? But I definitely think there's that niche of where you can take the products that you're selling and sell your services. And online's the great place to be. You would be more local, similar to Joy. And so your Facebook page, you would want to set it up where, and you can get so creative with this. Oh my gosh, there's so much you could do with this. But you would want to set it up where you're a local business and accessible. And then you too would also start doing ads, especially around the prom season. You would do Facebook ads and target them towards moms of teens. You see? So if I'm a mom who has a high school teenager, Facebook knows that, believe it or not, and your ad would land on my newsfeed. And if I have a daughter who needs to get her makeup done, perfect, perfect. And you could even, oh, well, if you love the products, girl, you're good to go. If you love and believe in the products, you definitely need to start promoting the passion part, which to me, it sounds like, and I'm not hearing you and I wish I could, but it sounds like to me, the passion part is, really helping women feel amazing inside and out. And so that comes with the makeup and the hair and designing them to look beautiful on their special day or at their special occasion. So it's a win-win. Definitely go for it. I love the idea. I think it's perfect for you. You could even work with entrepreneurs like myself who have like photo shoots. And I know, or photographers who do photo shoots. You can get so much referrals from that. If they're doing a photo shoot for someone's wedding, call Elise, she does your hair and makeup, boom. So you could work with local photographers You could target even ads to local photographers. Do you have a Facebook page right now, Elise? I gotta do something about this delay. It's terrible. I can't get over what a delay it is. I'm just waiting for Elise to tell me if she has a business Facebook page, not a personal page, but a business Facebook page. And actually, Joy, I also want to let you know that your personal page, your Facebook personal page, you can also use a little bit to you want to get people from your personal page over to your business page. So let people know that you have the Facebook page. Hopefully you guys are still hearing me. Oh, okay. No, don't be sad about not having a Facebook page. It's the easiest thing to create. But I think before you create that, I really think it's going to be important for you to create that business plan, sit down and go over everything that we talked about today. And yes, ma'am. Good girl, Joy. Go ahead and create that business plan and really map it out. How in 90 days can you start creating that program or those services? I just signed up with the company a week ago and I'm trying to figure this all out. What company did you sign up with? Hi, Coots. Like a social media company? Oh, with the company. I'm sorry. You mean the consulting company. I'm with you. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah. What you do, you need to figure it all out. You need to create that plan. And once you sit down and you think about your ideal client, and for you, you don't have to worry about age necessarily. Your ideal client is someone who wants to feel and look really good at their special event. So you're talking weddings, you're talking proms, sweet 16s, bat mitzvahs, the mother and the child. So not necessarily an age group for you, but more about just making that woman feel super special on her special day. Okay. So Elise, if you guys are interested in applying so that we can at least get that free call, we can maybe hash some of this out on your free call as well. I posted both links. I posted the calls with Mary Alice you could schedule and the Survey Monkey, and that's the application. Again, if you apply, it doesn't mean that you're in. It just makes me understand that you're interested in the call and you want to further talk about the Go-Getters online mentorship. But on the call, we can maybe hash this out a little bit more and get you started with your Facebook page. Because I think that would be a really smart place for you to go. And Instagram is going to be another really smart place for you to go with this, because a lot of the teenagers are on Instagram. And you can now sponsor ads on Instagram, which is really cool. Anybody else have any other questions? I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I love doing these trainings. I get so energized from them, and I love teaching you guys and seeing you guys like, yes, I got it, I get it. I love all of that. So I appreciate you guys joining me today. I'm gonna give it a couple of more seconds just to make sure that I'm not missing any questions because of the delay. But I do want to thank you so much for your time and joining me today. And I'm super excited about the Go-Getters Mentorship Online. It's going to be an amazing 7 months. No more questions for Joy. Cool. Joy, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you spending this time with me. And I can't wait to see your Facebook page. Oh, you're so welcome. I will fill out the app and we can do the talk. Perfect. Yeah, you guys could catch those links, and I will go ahead and email you the link so that you can download the 7 mistakes you're making with your business, and you can go through that. And if you have any questions, we could always talk about that on the call as well. Thanks so much, ladies. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, and I hope to see you on my other webinars. I will be sending out a link for that at the end of the week for next week, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.